What's up, Abraham?
Nothing much, Dad.
I don't know if they can hear us. Okay, so I was just telling you that I'm going to move my obsession to making king cakes. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's a very good idea.
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, because then we're gonna have a lot of king cake to eat.
That's true. We will have a lot of king cake to eat, but we will also give away a lot of king cake.
That's still good. But we'll still have a lot of king cake.
We will still, yes.
Good excuse now.
So right now I'm just kind of brainstorming how the obsession will work out. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we start a collection of recipes from everywhere, as many places as we can find. Because in my mind, the way I see it right now, king cake is a couple steps, a couple disciplines. One, you have the discipline of the dough itself. The dough is a big part of the king cake. Then you have the filling. Well, not the filling. Then you have the braiding technique. Like how do you
Twist it.
twist it and all that other stuff, right? After you have the breading part or the braiding part or the presentation part of the king cake, then you have the filling itself, right? So you have the filling, what to put inside the filling, what to put inside the king cake. So there's several different methods of that. I would say lastly you have the topping itself. So they have that frosting, they have that icing. So we'll be looking for the perfect icing as well. So I think what this, if we look at it from those four different, what were the sections again? Do you remember?
The bread, the how like the presentation, like the twisting and all that, and then the icing.
Okay, yes. So if we look at it from that position, then I think that what we'll be able to do after several intervals is to find the perfect bread, the perfect filling, the perfect
Icing.
icing. Yes.
I was thinking, are you gonna buy a bunch of those tiny little babies and put them inside?
No, I don't think so. That's not really an important part. Yeah. How do you like this idea? Do you think this is a good obsession to move through?
Yes, sir. Although I feel like the other obsessions were more natural. They weren't like planned. You just made something once and then started to make it a lot. It wasn't like this planned. So we'll be able to see the difference between a planned obsession and one that's not as planned, like with the waffles and the pizza and the croissants.
And the biscuits.
And the biscuits. And the brownies.
And the brownies. That's true.
And
the
bread pudding, yeah.
The bread pudding, yes, there was a bread pudding phase. There was also bread itself, like loaves of bread.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, this will be the first planned obsession.
Yeah, I want to see how that turns out. Because with the other ones, with the pizza one, I feel like that was the most planned one that we've had yet because there was a set date on which you would make pizza. It was always Thursday night. So that was the most planned that we had. But this would be like the entire thing planned out.
Gotcha. What do you think will be the difference?
With all of them, you wrote the stuff down. So maybe you knowing subconsciously that you're doing all this on purpose and you planned to have it, you might try a little harder because you're giving some away. Maybe.
Okay.
So that might be it, but I feel like this is only the one that we've given away. Because all the other ones, if you were to try and give it away, you could... No, you gave away bread.
I did give away bread, yes. Yeah. I guess I could have given away pizza dough. Well, that may be a good gift, right?
Pizza dough? But you gave people the recipe, I think.
I did give them the recipe.
But the execution.
It's all about execution, right?
Yeah, because they probably don't have pizza boxes.
They probably don't have pizza boxes, that's true.
I don't know anyone who has a pizza box.
Yep.
Although, if you meet someone who has like a brick stone oven outside...
There's a likelihood that they have a pizza box, right?
There's a likelihood that they bought the property because it was large. Because it's Mr. Marvin, his house, his backyard is huge, and he put a fireplace, like a fire pit thing there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So the owners before might have put a pizza stone thing there,
Pizza oven
there, which means that they probably the owners before most likely had like liked pizza and had pizza box, but they most likely took everything that they could but they didn't demolish the pizza stone thing unless the new owners wanted to. But if you met the new owners and all that, and you sold the house and all that, and you guys became friends, then we could give them pizza dough, and then one day if we would go to their house or something, we could make pizza.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. What do you think that we're going to learn from this new obsession?
What the difference is between an obsession that you have decided to do and an obsession that you haven't decided to do. Because with the first couple of obsessions, like bread pudding, croissants, and brownies, I think we didn't, and biscuits, I think we didn't really we didn't really say that it was an obsession. We just thought that you were making it a lot because you liked it. But with like the pizza and the waffles, we knew that we knew it was coming, that we would have a lot of it.
Gotcha.
And when we first started having pizza, Theodore and I were hoping that it would become an obsession of yours.
Oh, yeah?
We could have a lot of it.
Were you?
Good. Yes, sir.
Were you all talking about the fact that I think Dad is about to do this a lot?
Yes, sir.
You were.
And I was also telling my friends that every single Thursday night I have pizza.
Did you tell them that?
And they're like, "Oh, Pizza Hut?" And I'm like, no, homemade. And they're like, "Oh, even better."
Interesting. Maybe we should do it. We could bring that back.
Bring what back?
Pizza Thursday.
Pizza Thursday.
What do you think about that?
I think that's a good idea. Because on Friday, it is the Friday wouldn't be good because we watch our show on Friday. But
That's
Thursday is good.
We do watch our show. How do you like the whole watching the show together on Friday?
That's a good idea because it's called. We have. It's not right after we have school, but we have just enough time to do everything that we need to do after school. Have 30 minutes, and then we can watch the show.
Gotcha. What do you like most about watching the show together?
We could talk about it. One thing that I kind of regret about watching about the anime thing is that we watched Naruto just with Theodore, and there are so many references and things that I think that you would really like. So I'm regretting not watching it with you.
Gotcha. What do you mean?
One of the reasons why Theodore and I decided to watch it without you specifically, because that was one of the things that we were thinking of watching with you. But there are two parts of Naruto. There's Naruto when he's like a 13-year-old,
right?
And then there's a time skip, which is a completely different show, Naruto Shippuden, where he's 15 years old, which is a little bit more grown up. But the first one has like 500 episodes, and then the other one has like 500 episodes too. I mean, the first one has 390, the other one has 500, so it would be 890 episodes. So we thought that it would probably take like 2 years to get through it.
Gotcha. So that you just felt like that was going to be too many videos to watch? Gotcha.
Yes, sir. And we also thought that you might get a little bored of it, because at that point in time when we were watching it, and although we had no idea what something called a filler arc is, it's where there's an arc or like a couple episodes that are about something, but it has nothing to do with the plot.
A filler arc?
A filler arc, yes, sir.
How'd you learn about that?
We were looking up stuff about Naruto and like the manga and all that, and people have lists of the episodes that mean something and have value and all that.
Okay.
And it was created by the creators. They're like, yeah, all these episodes are good and all that, but they add nothing to the plot, really. It's really just so that other characters that don't get as much screen time can get a little bit more screen time.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Like, there are a couple movies, like Naruto movies, that are canon, but they just mean nothing at all
to the plot.
To the plot, yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the thing is, I've only ever seen that in anime.
Have you looked for it anywhere else?
No, sir, not really. But like, only some anime have filler arcs. Like the thing is, with older animes from like the 2000s and all that, they have a lot of filler arcs.
Yeah.
But now people are pointing, because back then no one really knew what a filler arc was and no one cared. But now, because a lot of people are watching anime and all of that, they care about the filler arcs, but they don't watch them and they don't like them. So the newer anime don't have filler arcs. Like, there's a new anime called Demon Slayer, which there are the top two anime right now are One Piece, which was second, and the number one was Demon Slayer. And
You said
One
there's
Piece,
three. Where's the third?
I forgot which the third one was,
Okay.
but with One Piece, which is one of the biggest anime of all time, it's in the top three shonen animes, which is Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. My favorite is Naruto, but Theodore watches. Well, Theodore's favorite is Bleach. Mine is Naruto. We both like One Piece, but Theodore likes One Piece more. But One Piece was second, right? It had 5 million copies sold or something.
Right.
The jump between second and first was 50 million.
Oh wow.
It was huge. Everyone the thing is with
So
Demon
wait,
Slayer.
let me ask you a question. Are you saying that the jump between how many people have watched the first one and the second one is 50 million?
50 million, yes, sir.
So it pays to be number one.
Yes, sir. And the reason why people really like Demon Slayer isn't actually because of the plot and all that. It has no filler arcs, which people like. But the thing is, its plot is all right. The animation is what most people are there for because it looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
Yes,
so
sir.
you're saying the presentation is a key
To
to.
the part, yeah.
That means that the icing on our king cake is going to be important,
Yes, sir. And the way that we braid it.
and the way you break. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes,
That makes
sir.
sense.
And there's with Naruto, there's a show called Boruto, which is about Naruto's kid,
Yes.
and a lot of people don't like that show at all. But
Yeah.
with there's the Naruto and Sasuke are the two top ninjas of all time, right?
Right.
And they're best friends too. There was a fight in Boruto where both of them are grown up and they're fighting some god. The animation, they got two of the best animators specifically for fights ever. That video has over 100 million views on YouTube. Just the fight alone. The fight alone is 2 minutes.
Interesting.
So many people watch that one episode just to see the fight. It is beautifully animated.
You believe?
If you watch one of the earlier Boruto fights and then you watch the Momoshiki fight, you can see that it's a completely different style. The people love the martial arts. It's super fast. It's.
Do you like it?
Yes, sir. It's very cool.
What do you like about it?
It with what's it called, with Naruto and all that, a lot of the fights are very jutsu related, like the superpowers, like they're breathing fire and shooting out electricity and all that. But with this fight, it was way more focused on the martial arts aspect of it, which in the beginning of Naruto, it was more focused on the martial arts aspect.
Gotcha. Interesting. Cool. Well, thank you for capturing this on video. What are you most looking forward to besides eating a lot of king cake? What are you most looking forward to with this king cake journey?
Seeing how you change king cake. I would like to see how you change, how you edit the king cake and all that.
Good. And what do you think about the idea of starting with the recipe? So starting with the existing model and then creating on top of that.
I think that's a good idea. Although I do believe that you should make the starting model 2 times actually, because then we can see those and see if there's any difference with it. Because with the scientific method, there you test the thing 3 times to make sure it's the same thing. So if you bake a cake, to see if that's how you make a cake one time and it turns out a little.
Yes, he's gonna do that after this.
If he's gonna keep on talking, he's gonna lose.
It's not a competition, son.
The
Go ahead.
what was it?
Wait, Theodore. Wait.
Are you recording?
Yes, we are recording.
What
No, we're not live.
was I saying?
You were talking about making the king cake more than one time.
With the scientific method, if you make a cake one time and it's a little firm, you need to bake it you need to make it 3 or 2 more times to see if that's just the recipe, or if there's something, or if it's that one time, or if it's something that you're doing. That's the scientific method. So I believe that we should most likely make the normal king cake recipe multiple times, maybe 2, maybe not 3, but 2 times to see if what a mom had was the normal thing.
Gotcha. That makes good sense. Excellent. What do you think you're going to learn from this?
how much king cake I should eat. If there's ever like a party or something, and there's king cake, I know how much I eat and how little to eat too.
Gotcha.
Because there's probably gonna be a couple times where I eat too much, where all of us eat too much, most likely.
That makes sense. Excellent. Do you have any other questions you want to document as we start this new obsession together? Before we ask that question, how do you like the idea of doing a taste test with you and Theodore?
I feel like that's a good idea, and we should also record it too.
I think we should record it. I would include Mom in this, but Mom doesn't like to be on video, so that's that. But then she likes to watch the videos. Isn't that weird? Anyway, okay. So, what was the last question I asked you?
I don't know, but I do know. I still know my answer.
I do know that actually.
Would you ask?
I don't know.
I was saying that we should what was the one thing that you wanted to document on this video?
Yes.
I think that even when Mom added 1/8 of a teaspoon, the smallest thing that she could find, I tasted the icing. It kind of tasted like cherry. I really don't like almond extract in the stuff. Like those chocolate chip pancakes are all right with the almond extract.
Mm-hmm.
But I like normal pancakes and you just dump some chocolate chips in it.
Yes.
Although you and Mom like it with the almond extract because it changes it. But in the icing, when Mom first made it and it was very almond forward, it tasted like not almond, but you could taste that it was almond extract.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
With this, there's so little almond extract, it tastes like cherry.
Oh.
And I don't really like that.
Gotcha. Well, good. We'll work on that over the next several weeks of months, and I'm excited about this journey.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, I think that's it. I think we should end the video.
Also, Dad, what's that right there? 2437.
That's how much storage I have left on this device. I gotta delete some of my videos.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
Peace and goodbye.